Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic is Satan. All right, brothers and sisters. I want to begin with speaking about our open enemy, which is the devil, which is the Caucasian man and woman. Brothers and sisters, we are at war. And these devils are going 24/7 to destroy you. Their aim, their agenda is to wipe you out, to annihilate you, murder you while you're sleeping, when you're unaware, you see, not consciously registered in your right mind, meaning you're programmed right where they want you, which was done by them, done by these devils, which are physical people. Nothing spooky. Physical people that you can hear and see. They are close by, right near you, brothers and sisters, right amongst you, plotting 24/7 to take your very life, take your life away, take you out of existence, completely getting rid of you. And you are totally unaware of this and that you're in danger. But that's not your fault, brothers and sisters. You didn't drag yourself over here. You didn't program yourself. These devils did. They're the ones who stripped you down, took everything from you, and gave you the mind they desired for you to have, which is 100% against you, against your nature. Meaning you're stuck in a system, stuck in a reality, a nightmare that is 100% against your destruction. Or it's 100% your destruction. This reality is a nightmare that's 100% your destruction. So that means you are operating at 100% destruction. Because this is the reality that we're living in, the American dream. And you're killing yourself, trying to survive, trying to maintain and operate in a reality that is not for you. The American dream was made for these devils, made for their demon children. And we're pushing, our people are pushing and supporting a vision that is not for us. And at the end of the so-called lovely road, your enemy has painted for you is coming to an end. It comes to an end. And when you get to the end of that road, instantly, you're faced with death. The truth becomes clear, and you realize that you are a target. You see? That these things aren't fake. These things aren't practice. These things are not a drill. You find out that you are in serious danger, and your enemy is now showing you and hers true colors. Showing you the true monsters and beasts that they really are. Devils, devious, dirty, hateful, wicked, evil, hideous people. And now you realize at the end of this road, in the instance, that these people are pure evil, twisted devils and demons who were pretending to like you and accept you, but all along hated your guts. Wishing you were dead, wishing death upon you, and you didn't do anything. You did nothing to these people. But they did everything to us. You see? So why don't we hate these devils like they hate us? Why? Because we were programmed. We were programmed by these devils. We were told lies. We were told lies all our lives by the same people who hated us and programmed us. Took everything from us. Took our vision. Took our freedom. Raped us. Tortured us. Murdered us. Made us miserable. Oppressed us. Non-stop. No chill button. For nearly 500 years. And we did nothing but give them life. They completely betrayed us, turned against us, the very same people who brought them into existence. And this was the very thanks we get. Never-ending torture, torment, pain, and misery. So as you see, everything that is going on in the world, brothers and sisters, that's taking place is centered around our treatment. Centered around the Abrahamic covenant, which is our vision. And our enemies, these devils, are under judgment for that treatment of us, for how they treat us. That's exactly why they're under judgment, due to their actions, due to what they did to us, our experience, the Holocaust, which is our true experience here in this land of horror, terrorists, rapists, pedophiles, murderers, slave owners. Nothing honorable, nothing to be respected. That's why they go around twisting and turning everything, putting sugar on it, sweetening it up, diluting it down, deceiving us, keeping us within the programming, keeping us dumbed down under their authority, keeping us chained with Christianity, see? Keeping us below their level of thinking to keep us under their authority, underneath their thumb, keep us below their level of thinking. That's how they maintain control over us and hurt us, because we hurt ourselves from the lack of knowledge that they're not offering, that they're not allowing us to receive from our own people. See? By taking away our minds and replacing it with their opinions, beliefs, ideas, and bad intentions, keeping us locked in their belief matrix, in La La Land, selling us a bunch of lies on top of lies, telling you history, telling you his story which is not to be trusted. Television, telling you their vision, which is not your vision. Their vision is nothing but lies. You see? They're liars, hypocrites, destroyers, and thieves. You see? And there's nothing that they could there's nothing that they could not have done or did not do to us that so-called Satan himself could have done. They covered everything. They covered all bases. They did the unimaginable. They did the unthinkable. Everything sick and despicable that you could think of, they've done. They did it all. And that's why they must pay for what they've done. They're in hot water. You see? And we're in we're approaching the time of unprecedented trouble. A time like no other, never will there be, where men will be drunken, as if they were intoxicated, but have had nothing to drink. You see, where men's hearts have failed from fear of what's to come. You see, men's hearts have failed men's hearts have failed in the. You see. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Like I said, men's hearts have failed from fear of what's to come. And it said children will be gray-headed during this time, which has never happened in history. That's a time of unprecedented trouble. And it says that day will bring darkness, not light. The day of the Lord will be dark and hopeless, without a ray of joy and hope, or hope. So that's what I'm here to do, brothers and sisters, give you that light that you're going to need during this time. During this time of unprecedented trouble, intense darkness. There's only one light, which is the angel light. So this is the light that's going to take you out of the reality of this world's life. This is the light that you'll need to escape the devil's reality. Escape from being punished and destroyed with our open enemy, these devils, and with our closed enemy, these demons, Master's black-faced children, from the rape of the black woman. So, brothers and sisters, you don't have to do anything, but it'll be wise to take heed to this message, to check this message out, to receive this light, because you're going to need it to escape the devil's reality. It says that Satan had deceived the whole world, except for the Son of Man and his elect. So that means that majority of our people were deceived. So that means we're going to have that we would not be delivered. That we would have to stay here during the tribulations to be purified in order to return home. He said you had to have a thorough knowledge of self. So this is part of that thorough knowledge. Understanding this information and receiving this light, brothers and sisters. So you have to understand who Satan is. Same as devils and demons, physical people. Satan is physical. Satan is physical people. False Israel. The so-called true seed of Abraham. That's who they claim to be. Jews claim to be the true seed of Abraham. Semites, the seed of Abraham, which the world is structured around this idea. But how did this idea come about? False Israel was set up intentionally. Why? To prove that we weren't the seed of Abraham. And that they were. See? Because when the messenger came, he proclaimed that we were indeed the true seed of Abraham. So America and Britain countered his claim by setting false Israel up to protect themselves from being exposed, from being discovered as wicked devils who has terrorized and tortured God's people for all these years. So false Israel is not who they claim to be. They are false. They are not the seed of Abraham. They are not Semites. They're Satan. They're the Antichrist. They're against God. They're against us. They have stolen our identity. They have stolen our blessings. They were set up by these devils to steal our inheritance and rob our nation. So our people don't realize we're blessed, but we've been being cursed, and we were told differently that we were not blessed. We were told that we were cursed black, that we are the seed of Shem, cursed black to be slaves forever, which is not true, brothers and sisters. We are the true seed of Abraham, the blessed ones, who everyone has cursed. You see? So that's what's going on. Things are about to switch. Things about to go different, which no one wants to see. We were at the bottom, and now we're on our way back to the top. And you know what that means? That we were not cursed black, that we were not stupid and dumb, that we were not worthless. You see, everything that they said and the things that they done now they're going to come out. The truth is going to be exposed. You see? Because we are the true seed of Abraham. But you can't have two realities. So one has to go. So it's a war. As long as Satan is around, he's blocking our claim. You see? He's blocking our claim. He's stopping our people. He's part of the reason why our people have not our people have not united yet, because he's still claiming to be us. So he has to be done away with. He has to be destroyed. So that's the purpose of the seven churches book, brothers and sisters. To aim directly at Satan. To reveal and expose and address Satan. Directly target, magnify, and penetrate Satan. Narrow down on who Satan is, which is false Israel. You see? And if you go into the scripture, it tell you exactly who Satan is. If you go into Revelations, chapters 2 and 3, which is the seven churches book, it tell you exactly who Satan is. Verse 9 in both chapters. It says, I am giving out of the synagogue of the Satan. See? Synagogue. The Jews have synagogues, right? Worshiping centers where they worship their God or whatever they do. So worshiping centers of Satan. It said, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. They lying. They claim to be something that they're not, but it's Satan. The blasphemy. See? It's an act against God. Lies. Out of the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but synagogue of the Satan. Worshiping centers of Satan. See? So it's clear here. It says Satan is the one claiming to be something he's not. He's claiming to be a Jew, but he's not. He's lying. And the lies, the blasphemy out of one saying Jews to be themselves. The blasphemy out of one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. So the scripture is clear on who Satan is. Last time I checked, the only people who claim to be Satan, the only people claim to be Jews is false Israel. And they're the ones claiming to be Semites, and they stamping everybody else with anti-Semitism. And anti-Semitism, which means to be against the seed of Abraham, which they are totally against us. So they're anti-Semites. See, but they're hitting everybody else with that title, and it's at an all-time high, higher than it's ever been, because they're under pressure. You see? They're under intense pressure. And they're crumbling. You see? And no one's buying who they are. No one's buying their crap anymore. Because just like I explained to you, these devils, you see what they did to us? You see how they treated us? Like I explained? Well, those same people are backing false Israel. And they mirror their actions. You see? See, they've killed thousands of Palestinians, women and children. And how did they get the land? They stole the land. Even though God was supposed to give it to them, they stole it. They're supposed to have peace. They ain't had peace since they stole it. So they're just like America. You see, made to make mischief and shed blood. Killers. To kill, steal, and destroy. And oppress and make miserable. Ain't that what they've been doing? Ain't that what Satan, false Israel, been doing to those Arabs for 70 years plus? Ain't that what they've been doing to them? But they're of God, right? Said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. Said Satan was masquerade as an angel of light. But he was indeed Satan. You see? That's what the scriptures say. That they're Satan. That's what it says. It said, for even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light. And it says that there is none that is righteous. These devils, Satan, all these, they're all wicked. They're all evil. They're all evil by nature. You see? They're wicked by nature. There is none that is righteous. No, not one. There is none that understand. There is none that seek after God. None. They all have turned aside. And together become worthless. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. But they have said otherwise. But their actions show. You see? Actions speak louder than words. Who they claim to be don't add up with their actions. And now, their actions are being exposed. You see? And as I explained, that's the purpose of this. That's the purpose of exposing Satan. You see? Revealing the truth. You see? Because this is the mask, this is the setup that America and Britain has set up to protect themselves. So this book is directly targeting Satan, directly targeting and attacking Satan, chipping at the face of Satan, which is the mask that that America, these devils, you see, are hiding behind. So the job is to peel back and break that mask and reveal Satan. You see, reveal those monsters and hideous beasts that's hiding behind Satan's mask. You see? To shine that light on this situation, revealing the truth about Satan and these devils. That not one of them are good. Exposing that false Israel, that their father was the devil. That's what Jesus said. Jesus also said that they was the ones who's claiming to be Jews, but they are not. That they are lying. That the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews be themselves and not they are. But Satan, he's the one said that. And then he's the one said that their father was a man killer, made to make mischief and shed blood, all these things. So this is the word of God. You see? Not only that, he also said, he told them that the truth shall set you free. And they were confused, which is another indication that they wasn't a Semite. They wasn't a seed of Abraham, because he is. So that means they should have understood what he said. They should have understood what he was talking about when he said that. But they was confused, and they said we was never in bondage to any man. You see? Which, to be a Semite, seed of Abraham, you had to fit this description here. You had to fit this description of the Abrahamic covenant, which is right here. This is our vision, brothers and sisters, which they claim that they have fulfilled. You see? But they said they was never in bondage to any man. But it says here, know of a surety that thy seed shall be sojourners, meaning temporary, in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them, and they will be afflict them for 400 years. So they will serve them, and they will be afflict them. See, they will serve them, and they will afflict them for 400 years. So they'll be in this land and be served and afflicted by these people for 400 years, these devils. So they said that they never been in bondage to any man. So in order to be a Semite, a seed of Abraham, you had to go through this. You had to be in a land that is not yours and be afflicted served and afflicted for 400 years, which they claim they never been in bondage to any man. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. And then it also said that they'll be in a land that is not theirs, but they claim that they were rescued out of Egypt, right? So how they move next door to Palestine? That's still in the east, right? Egypt is in the east. So is Palestine. So that's not foreign. That's next door. That's right across the street, you know? In order for it to be foreign, you have to go from east to west or west to east. So that's another indication they're not who they claim to be. Then when you go down here to the bottom, it says where God will give them the land. See, because remember, we talked about it. They said, right, they took that land that they got now. God was supposed to give it to them. And what does it say here? It says, unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt, which is the Nile River, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. So if you look on a map in the east, in the Middle East, or you look on the map, look at those coordinates. That's Arabia, Great Arabia. But where is Satan sitting at? Where's false Israel at? They're sitting in little Palestine. They're sitting in the wrong location. What's up with that? Another indication they're not who they claim to be. They're not who they claim to be. That's why. So I said, it says, as many ones as not are having a teaching this. Teaching of this. Who not they knew the things deeper to Satan. Satan. And of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy out of ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. You see? So the scripture is very clear who Satan is. Very clear in detail that false Israel is Satan. And their day is coming, which is going to further prove that they are not the true seed of Abraham, and that they are Satan. Because it says, for when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come up on them. And what does the scripture say? They're in Jerusalem, right? That's where they at, right? They located there, right? And it says what? When you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, you will know that its destruction is near. So who controls Jerusalem? Jerusalem is the capital of what? False Israel is. So that means that they are going to be destroyed, not redeemed or punished, but destroyed. That proves that they are not the true seed of Abraham, because it says, this is what God said, and I will plant them on their land, and they shall never again be uprooted from their land, which I have given them, says the Lord your God. You see? So if they're removed, then that means that they're not who they claim to be. That means that's an abomination. That's not supposed to happen. Right? Which would claim that they're not. And that would mean that we would be. You see? So them being destroyed would be another indication that they're not the true seed of Abraham, and that they're imposters, saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. You see? And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. So once they destroy, they lose the war they lose the war against Iran. See, because that's the imminent war that's going to take place over there in the east. Once they gear up and Iran is, and they go against Iran and they're at war with Iran. Everyone believes that false Israel is a chosen people, God's chosen people. So they think that they're going to win the war because they read it wrong. They thinking when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that their destruction is near. Those who attack, they think it's saying those who attack false Israel, their destruction is near. No, it says you right. You would know that its destruction is near. Jerusalem's destruction, which is false Israel's destruction. So everybody's thinking like, when you see the destruction, when you see them surrounded by armies, God's going to come down, drop down, and handle the people that's trying to destroy false Israel. But no, it says God's coming down to handle false Israel his damn self. He's the one coming to destroy them. And Iran's going to be the winner. He's going to win the war. And they're going to be destroyed. And Iran and Syria are going to take over the Middle East. And it's going to affect, that's the time of unprecedented trouble. Immediately. Our lives are going to change forever. Because now America doesn't have any resource. They don't have any, they're not being supplied anymore. Because all their allies have been defeated, and false Israel was destroyed. American Britain was kicked out of the Middle East. So the House of Side was fueling their reality with oil, and false Israel was destroyed. And like I said, American Britain was kicked out. So they don't have any more, they can't get any oil, which this reality is solely depends on oil. It's an industrial complex. It thrives off oil. That's why they had the House of Side set up, the false apostles. You see, they put them on the throne to ensure them cheap oil, and they're going to be taken out. You see, backfire. You see, so you know, so this is going to be devastating for America, because they're not going to have any oil. They're going to have any heat, electricity, no fuel, no food. They're going to put them in a famine. Unprecedented trouble. And where that put you at, black man? Because they're going to find out, not only that, upon Israel was destroyed, so that's the ideology of this reality. It's structured around that idea, so these people are going to go insane, and you have second claim, so now that's messing with their mind. They got to come charge at you, because now you are the true seed of Abraham. They can't let that idea spread. So that them being destroyed, false Israel being destroyed, is going to trigger all blacks on top of them having a famine, and you still 3/5 of a human. So who do you think they're going to put on the table? If you're not even considered a human, you considered an animal, and they're going to have no food, a famine, shortage of resources, and you looking mighty delicious. You see where they put you at? You see what position you're in? And that's why you must get away from them. That's why you must get out of their communities, out of the suburbs, get into the inner cities, because they're going to attack you. They're going to be trying to eat you. They be trying to kill you, on top of them find out that you choose Abraham, that you're there in the judgment, and you're the one causing it. And you are the true seed of Abraham, so that means you are the God. You are the ones causing this hell and misery in their lives. They're going to attack you. On top of not having food, they're going to eat you. You get what I'm saying? Doing all these things to you because they have no choice. Their life's on the line. They're fighting like hell to survive. And it don't matter if you try to play cool with them or not. They don't give a damn about that. Their life is on the line. And now they know that the jig is up. You see? So it don't matter what you think is going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to attack all blacks. All blacks. They're not going to differentiate if you're the seed of Abraham or you're a different nationality. They're attacking all black people. They don't give a damn about none of that. The thing is, we go into war regardless. Even voluntary or involuntary. They're going to attack you. So you might as well go ahead and prepare yourself to get ready for the attack. Because they coming to attack you. You see? So you might as well be prepared. That's what this information is. Preparing you. Giving you the best plan. Which is Allah's plan. Which is to have this understanding, this knowledge. It's going to protect you. Understanding and putting in action these pillars. These 5 mathematical pillars, which is your protection against all evil. And getting this understanding, which is the Injil. Which is your right mind. Getting your right mind back, you see. But if you sit there like a damn welcome mat, they're going to step on you like one. And crush you and destroy you. You see what I'm saying? So you might as well gear up and go to war and try to save your life. Instead of sit there and thinking that they're going to reason with you and God going to save you. Because ain't no God coming to save you. You are the God that's going to save yourself. You got to get up and get yourself in alignment and save your damn self. Ain't no Jesus Christ coming to save you. You are the God. You have to save yourself, brother. The sisters, you have no problem. You have no worries. You've done your job. You've birthed our nation. You kept us alive. You've done everything you're supposed to do. Your way is paved with gold. You're going home. You see? So any sister you see, you tell them, good job, sister. Well done. You're going home. It's nothing for you to worry about. This is the brothers' fight. You held us down, and now it's time for us to avenge your name. Put you back on the top of the pedestal where you belong and never to be touched again. You see? We got a job to do. So it's war time. So you might as well come on, buckle your shoes, put your, you know what I'm saying? Suit up, boot up, because it's war time. Ain't no friendships involved. You see? They made war on us, and now it's time to give them back the wrath. So, no need to sit there like a coward. You see? You might as well go out in the way of Allah. You see? Go out in the way of God. Fight in the name of Jesus, right? Instead of sitting there like a fool, thinking that somebody gonna save you. Because this is real. This shit Sorry, excuse me. This stuff is for real. It's not a game. These people ain't gonna be playing with you. You gonna see. You gonna see. You are the ones who are, or you are the ones who are going to have to save yourself. Ain't nobody gonna save you. Wishing and praying and hoping, all those things sound sweet. It's all crap. It's all fairy tale, philosophy, falsehood. It won't do you no good. Wishing on a star don't exist. You can't do these things. Our reality is consequence. And these devils are under judgment, and you are the personification of their judgment. Eye for an eye. Tooth for a tooth. They knocked your tooth out, and now you have to knock theirs out. You the personification that's going to knock their tooth out their mouth now. You understand? They knocked your tooth out. My job to remind you that they knocked your tooth out, and now it says, do unto them as was done to you. And now you the personification of their judgment. And now it's time to knock out their damn tooth. That's the new will of Allah. That's where we are in time now, brothers and sisters. We submitted to the devils. You see? That's why we in the condition we in, because we submitted to their ass. You see? But now, it's time to get your mind back. It's time to get in action. It's time to put that protection over you, and it's time to take out their tooth. Because that's what time we in now. The time of vengeance. The time of revenge. The time of wrath. You see? The time of judgment. You see? So, last thing I want to say is, you must be able to identify your enemies. Satan, which is false Israel. The devils, which is Massa, who brought you here, tortured and tormented you, made you miserable, oppressed you. The demons, they're black-faced children from the rape of the black woman for these 400 years, who are a cancer to our nation, who blend in with our nation. They look like me and you and all that, but they're not us. And they're a cancer to our nation, meaning they blend in with the healthy cells and destroy them. So you must be able to identify your enemies, or you are your enemy. So take heed, brothers and sisters, and upload your new mind, and get rid of the devil's programming. In order to escape this reality, you have to have a thorough knowledge of self and a comprehension of the Injil, of the 7 churches of the Injil. You have to get this understanding of all these things. You have to understand your enemies. It's one of them. Understanding your enemies is an important thing. Because if you can't, then you are your enemy. You're going to destroy yourself. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, it's wartime. Assalamu alaikum.